Hello and welcome to the 100 Day Arts Challenge. This video should be number 91 of 100. I say should be because normally before I start recording for the video I check the number, but today I've neglected to do that, so I assume it's number 91. If I'm wrong or if I'm right, the number will be in the description of the video in case you're interested. Either way, if it is, I think it is, then it's a countdown from 10, because this would be 10, as in left, 10 videos left, and this is number 10. This is the last painting that I'm going to do from the series Deadwood in this challenge. I might do some in the future because there is a couple of images I really wanted to paint, but I've just done too many Deadwood studies, so I'm going to make it a different type of video in the future if I do it again. This whole daily painting thing, when I've got too many other things to do, has become more difficult and less enjoyable over time, sadly. So my inclination is to change up what I'm doing for the remainder of the challenge and for future videos. Especially with painting, I'd like to take longer over them, film them differently, paint different things in different environments, just make it more enjoyable. This painting was a struggle, and it reflects my mentality. I think that if you're really not into an idea anymore, it becomes very difficult to paint with sincerity and enthusiasm, and that's what probably comes through with this painting, I think anyway, with the results, because I really had to push through to finish this one. It was difficult. Now, I should say before I get too much into talking about this painting, after this video will be a couple more oil paintings, but they're not from Deadwood. They're from photo references that I took, so that's going to be different. So the next two videos for the next 2 days, I think at least the next one video, but I think it should be the next two videos will be oil paintings. It will be the last two oil paintings for the challenge, I think. Everything's a bit tentative at the moment, so I can't commit fully to saying is or is not, but I'm pretty sure it will be the last oil painting, will be the next two videos, and they will be from photo reference that I took instead of being from a television program like Deadwood or anything else. So that's going to be, and then I'll move on to other media, I should say. Some will be returning to media I've used before, and others will be new and different media, which should make it a bit more interesting and just finish off the challenge in a way which is a bit more enthusiastic. And this was just, I think it is the idea of doing a painting a day and being from the same reference material and not having enough time to spend on a painting, so really having to force myself to finish a painting in a short period of time is what makes this one so kind of such a kind of me wrestling with what I need to do in order to fulfill the brief, because the reference was there, but I didn't adhere to it fully, even though I tried to. I just found the enthusiasm waning, and at certain points just changing things and wondering if it's important, and then thinking it is important but I'm going to disregard it anyway because I don't value the concept. All kinds of things that are really going to put a kind of death nail in the concept of the painting. And you can see me painting things and then painting over them, repainting something that I've already done. It was just tricky. I think, if anything, the painting looked better unfinished at some point than it did by the time I pushed through, because I just find that sometimes midway through paintings they can look quite interesting, whereas at the end it's sometimes just a compromise of I just want to get through it, I just want to put an end to this, and that's certainly not a nice thing to experience or to express when it comes to doing something as enjoyable and as beautiful as painting. But this is torturous at this point. It's just not something which I'm feeling and passionate about. So that's what might come through in this video. Maybe it won't. Maybe if you mute my commentary and watch it without it, you'll think, oh, what a lovely session he's had painting. I really didn't. I really just thought, this is close enough, this will do, this needs blocking in, this should have been better like that, but I'm not doing it now. And I don't know, the whole mixing on the palette became messy and everything was just chaotic and unpleasant. So that was just what it was. It just didn't work out. So there we are. That's part of what was going on off screen, because you can't see the palette and the mixing, but on screen you can see the kind of turmoil on the canvas, I think, anyway, because it's all very broad strokes, it's very messy and ugly, and it's not really considered and well observed. It's just getting muddy. And my favourite part of this is the touches of light on the face that are part of the ground that I haven't painted over. But yeah, this is funny. This is a funny part of the painting, I think, is trying to paint in the eyes. But I've gone so dark that it just doesn't look right. Going black on top of softer colours doesn't look right. It doesn't do any favours to the painting at all. And as much as oil paint dries lighter than what it does when you initially put it on the canvas wet, it's not good what I've done. It's too sharp and I need to soften things, so I end up just completely painting over the eyes. I've painted over that one pretty much, and I'm trying to get the light in. I'm painting over some of the light that I quite like on that side of the face, because I just think I need to just get rid of it. Then that side of the face is really lumpy. Look at it, it looks swollen. And look at the eyes there, it's just, oh, it's ridiculous. It's so bad. So yeah, the face at this point, look at those eyes. It's just, you couldn't get a more, I don't know, ugly looking painting. So this is how much I was just painfully trying to push through it. So I just completely paint over the eye, I paint over that eye. I just think I can't do this that way. I can't have sharp looking black eyes like that. It just doesn't look right. And I don't know, I think there would have been much better ways to do this. I think maybe if I would have just gotten a rag and wiped the paint away from this, it would have looked more interesting. But I thought instead, no, I'll try to do it the way that I intended initially, which is to try and have light on one side, shadow on another, and touches of light in certain areas, and then suggestions of the eye in the shadow side. And it just looks weird. It looks nothing like the reference. And again, trying to put the eyes in there looks wrong, so I had to mix a darker colour to get the eyes back in, and again it was too dark. It's just awful. It really is. It's so bad. So yeah, this is awful. And I had a bad painting recently that I said was the worst. I don't know if this is worse than that, but it certainly was unpleasant. It's sort of just one which I'm glad to see the back of, and there have been a couple of those. So I think as much as I enjoy oil painting, I think if you're forcing yourself to do it and you've lined up reference to use and you're starting to regret that, then it's just not doing anything to serve the painting, the process, the passion for the practice itself. It's all being done a disservice, I think. So this is me trying to patch up what I can to just get away with, can I just escape this painting session? So this is what I'm doing now, is I'm just going, right, I'm going to cover up certain things, and then I'm going to put in a darker colour around the outside to try and cut in. So there we go, I'm covering up certain parts of the parts of the neck and the collarbone to try and get away with that. And then I'm thinking, right, I just need to get a background colour in and cover up as much as I can to just try and escape from all of this session, because I don't want to do it anymore. So I get a larger brush, I mix a kind of dark colour, but I don't want it to be black because that wouldn't look good. So I want it to be kind of washy, bits of brown, push it around, try and cut in a little bit just to say, can I walk away yet? Can I walk away from the painting? And that's pretty much where I am. I mean, I do touches of light here and there, but that's pretty much it. It's just an absolute mess and very much not enjoyable at all. But there we are. That was what I did. This is the painting that I finished. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.